What is going on, guys? Grave here. Today we're breaking down the massive wave of player experience improvements coming in Update 49. And this time the devs themselves are giving us insight into these improvements. They put out a post talking about why they matter and what they are most excited for as players themselves and how these changes were chosen. If you're a new player or a returning player or even a long-time veteran, this update touches literally every corner of the game, so let's go ahead and hop right into it. The team behind Update 49 keeps a huge running list of improvements they want to make, of course, in the game. Some of these are from players, some of these are from the devs that play the games themselves or play the game themselves. And they said the challenge is to prioritize what helps the game and people without breaking their schedule or certain things tech-wise that they're working on for this update or for future updates. So trying to make sure that this really fits in with the update without really messing anything else up. The goals for Update 49 were simple but powerful. Reduce friction, kind of remove those feel-bad moments. Make sure that the outdated systems are updated and feel more modern, and give every type of player something meaningful. They said the devs wanted to really focus on forum threads, the feedback from the public test server, their guild summits they've been having, just their normal conversations every day with the players on social media, things like that. And they have put together a organized pain point list from the player base. It says once they locked in their changes, they even held focus groups with community members to fine-tune numbers and identify future improvements. So they're really talking about how this update is genuinely community-driven. They said some of their favorite improvements coming in Update 49 were things like the housing and furnishing limits. So this is going to be huge for decorators and inventory management. They said mount training now upgrades, of course, in increments of 3. And that's something that they should have done, in my opinion, a while back, because that mount training system has always been a pain point for the community. It's always been very slow to rank up a mount. A lot of people don't even like making new characters because that is so slow. And now getting a point in each category, speed, stamina, and carry capacity, will be great. The free respecs directly in your UI, so you can experiment anytime and anywhere. That is also a really great addition. And of course, for the fashion fans out there, being able to hide any of your armor pieces. So you don't have to sacrifice any type of stats, but that's just kind of the surface of things that they are doing in general. So we've talked about all of the player experience changes here over the last month or so coming in Update 49. To just kind of give you a quick rundown in case you've missed any of that. When it comes to economy and accessibility, we have things like mounts being purchased with gold. We have vampire and werewolf changes. We also have bag and bank upgrade cost reductions. We have mimic stone and outfit tokens. Those were no longer being sold for individual crowns. We also have the guild trader listings being restored to a 30-day window. Things like customization and fashion, we talked about the full fashion control of being able to hide things like your chest, waist, legs, hands, and feet inside of your armor now instead of just your shoulders. The account-wide outfit slots, which are being shared kind of across all of your characters. And the guild name repping, showing your guild without having to wear the guild tabard, which is another big one in my opinion for a lot of people that want to rep their guild. When it comes to build crafting and progression, we're getting things like free respecs in the UI, back bar experience, both bars now earn XP equally, faster mount training, which we talked about, quicker crafting research, they reduced all the timers across the board, and an increase to transmute crystal cap. So 1,500 for non-ESO Plus members and 3,000 for ESO Plus members. When it comes to exploration, the guide for the zone, they kind of have improved that, so it's a little bit easier to understand some of those things. And you can choose to track instead of being forced to do it in order. Treasure map improvements, they reworked those, for clarity and usability. longer antiquity lead timers, and they upgraded the bag in the UI. Cleaner, more informative, and less friction. And last but not least, increased furnishing limits. This gives new tiers higher caps for non-notable homes, and ESO Plus members get extra. So they have kind of changed the tiers of how the homes are laid out in the game. This is by far one of the largest quality of life things ESO has ever done in a single game patch, in my opinion. And what does this really mean for the future of the games? The devs have made it clear that Update 49 is just the beginning. Anything that didn't make the cut is still on the list for future updates. So that list they have of changes that the community wants, changes that the dev team wants, hasn't just been thrown away now. That's something they're still holding on to and looking to add in future updates as well. They say they want to really make sure that what the community is talking about now and going forward, starting this year in 2026, they want to make sure all of those things are being added into the game. They're communicating more. So hopefully this means more frequent quality of life updates, more kind of systems being updated to be more modern inside of the Elder Scrolls Online, more community-driven development, and also the best thing, more transparency and more communication from the dev team themselves. I think ESO is really getting to the place where a lot of people have wanted to see it for the last several years, where we're getting more things that the community has been asking for. That's the full breakdown of the dev insights on every single player experience improvement coming in Update 49. This patch looks like it's going to make the game smoother, more modern, and way more welcoming for new players, returning players, and veteran players alike. Leave me a comment with what you're looking forward to about Update 49 the most. And of course, if you like the video, hit the like. If you have not subscribed yet, please do so, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.